All right, so the Marvel Rivals balance pose just dropped. Let's check this bad boy out. I'm so excited to see this 2026 balance post, first one of the year. Starting off with Angela, so it says reduce shielded stance shield value from 350 to 300. Okay, so that's going to be her shield that deploys. That's pretty fair because she's already damn near just a fighter jet, and there's just certain maps where you wouldn't even need to deploy your shield because you could just fighter jet around a corner, take someone with you, and just knock them down the edge or the ledge. You can just eliminate someone. So I feel like overall that's pretty fair. 50 health though. She's definitely not going to get that much damage blocked now as she can before, because that's 50 health. But overall, again, like she's fast, and they didn't touch her. Like whenever she drops down from the sky and takes out her axes, she's still pretty beefy there. So I feel like that's a fair nerf. Ooh, we got Captain America. All right, let's see this. Okay, it's just a singular sentence. Honestly, I was expecting more, but okay, let's see this. Reduce vibranium energies saw cooldown from 8 seconds to 6. That's actually fatty. I mean, just one sentence. I mean, I'm looking at Doctor Strange here. He's got 2. I guess his ability names are just longer. But, I mean, 2 seconds off. So he's going to be using that vibranium saw much more often. He's going to get his ult faster. That's huge. Yeah, so since his cooldown for that vibranium saw is shaved by 2 seconds, you're going to be having higher damage output. You could play more aggressively, and you're going to get your ult charged faster. That's solid. Like when you look at it, like reducing cooldowns of abilities, even if it's like 1 second, that like adds up. So that's actually a huge buff for Cap. I love that, bro. Cap needs that because he's like, I believe he's the least picked tank in the entire game, even though he's Captain America. All right, let's look at Doctor Strange. So it says increase the Maelstrom of Madness conversion ratio of dark magic to damage from 1.2 to 1.3. Okay, so doing more damage for his like explosion magic. Okay, that's good. Cloak, I mean, this adds up too. So that like 0.1, like I don't know what the maximum is, if it's like 100, but that seems pretty fair. Cloak of Levitation new effect. Recasting during use now interrupts the ability. Preserves current movement speed and allows for new movement input to change trajectory. Oh, that's actually fatty. That's huge. Because most Doctor Strange's, like when you play Doctor Strange, you would like want to like fly up in the air and use your ultimate. But now it's you can actually kind of like dodge. You can like go up in the air, change your trajectory to like go to the right or go to the left, and then use your ultimate. So that is really nice, because Doctor Strange, his ultimate's super predictable because it's just very linear. Like you just fly up and then you just drop down, or you fly up, kind of like wiggle around and then drop down. Like there's nothing more to that. So that's going to be really good for his ultimate. That's nice. That's a massive buff for Doctor Strange. And of course, like he's doing more damage here. I don't know how much more damage, but he's going to get his ult faster in theory. So that's nice. So Emma Frost gains a buff. She gets a buff. Okay. Increase energy gained. Hero hits. Okay. Sentience hits. Shield hits. Okay. So I'm assuming she just gets her ult faster. Slightly. Is this damage too? Energy gain gets a little, or is this? Yeah, this is more damage because this is energy to reach 100, which is her maximum damage. So she's going to be having more consistent damage output in her like standard form. Honestly, as long as it's not a buff to her diamond form, valid. Like, it's just the most annoying thing about Emma is her diamond form. Like her standard abilities, or like her shield ability and her like laser beam you, honestly, I feel like that's pretty fair. Not gonna lie. Hot take, Emma Frost getting a, like, I feel like this buff, I'm gonna see a lot of like content creators, you're gonna see this like, dude, why did Emma Frost need this? I don't know if she needed it, but it's not that crazy. Like I feel like if you're Emma Frost main, this is going to be good. Especially because like you're landing your shots. I don't know if about the shield one because you're still getting energy from shield. I can see hero because you're like having to aim it. Which this is fair, but solid buff. All right, let's check out Hulk. So stronger than ever. Hulk survivability and threat level gets a gamma boost. Okay, so reduce hero Hulk incredible leap minimum charge time from 0.5 to 4 flat to 4 seconds flat. Oh, okay, that's the max. Okay, 0.5 seconds to 4 seconds. Maximum charge from 2 seconds to 1.7 seconds. Wait. Reduce minimum charge from 0.5 to 4. Did they miss a decimal there? That's mad confusing. I think they just missed a decimal here. They had to, because it's not... Yeah. Okay. So minimum charge by 0.1 second, even though they missed a decimal there. Maximum charge, 2 seconds, dropped it down, what, 3 decimal places. Okay, so 1.7. Okay, that's fair. So you can just jump more. Hero Hulk form, reduce gamma burst cooldown from 8 seconds to 6 seconds. That's huge. And increase the damage, that's actually massive. So he's going to be doing more damage consistently because he does more damage on his gamma burst. And he's going to be using that more, and you're getting more ult charge from that. That's nice. That's fucking massive. In Monster Hulk form, Hulk is now immune to launch and knockback effects. Oh my god, bro. I'm glad he's not like full CC immune. I'm glad they like met in the middle, and because dude, Invis countered Hulk so fucking hard, dude. Like if you're playing on the Wakanda map, you know the one I'm talking about, where there's like the waterfall. If she just is like facing towards the waterfall, her one push can push Monster Hulk off the entire map. It's so stupid seeing you have this absolute unit of Hulk in his Monster Hulk form just gets pushed by Invis. Like, come on, bro. This is so nice. That's so nice. I'm glad he's also not full CC immune. Like, he can still, I'm assuming, like, not Emma Frost. Well, maybe Emma Frost could still grab him? I think so. Or I know Luna Snow Freeze would still count, and Manta Sleep. But that's so... The Hulk needed this, man. Hulk needed this. And I'm glad they tweaked his... like this specifically, because he's like a very sort of offensive sort of character, and he's, you know, you're diving, like you're like literally jumping to them. So they're increasing the damage, reducing the cooldown, and when you reduce the cooldown, you get more shields up. This is nice. This is massive. And then you're just going to be more mobile. So that's pretty much it for Vanguards. Okay, Duelists, Black Panther. Increases spear toss damage by 5, so 45 to 50. It seems like that's not that much, but you also have to consider his passive gives him 20% increase, like damage boost. Even though that doesn't seem like it's that much, that's like getting a kill or not getting a kill, like that amount of health. So this is nice. This is really nice. Gain 50% damage reduction during his ultimate animation. That's solid. Because you were pretty much you were literally so exposed because you're just in this like wind up animation of throwing Bast at them. So I believe a lot of Black Panther mains are going to be happy about this. And he gets the sweet classic skin. That's a W. So we're gonna see more Black Panther play. Even though, I mean, again, it's like, it's just a 5 damage buff, but he gets that 20% bonus. Applied, and I think he does more damage when he lands it at a target slightly. Like if he throws it and like it hits someone versus it hits the ground, I believe it does slightly more damage. So all right, let's go to Blade. Daywalker threat level rises. Okay, when wielding Hunter shotgun, Daywalker -2 effect slows enemies by 40% for 1.5 seconds. Increase second hit damage from 20 to 50. So they added a 40% slow, and it does more than double damage. Fuck yeah. Dude, like using the shotgun felt so useless whenever you would play Blade, because they buffed his sword form whenever you dash. and it was just better because it was longer. You cover more distance with it on the last blade buff. So they actually, this is nice. So when wielding his sword, okay, remove slow effect from enemies, so you don't slow, and instead you apply 8% healing reduction per strike, 32% total if all hit for 3 seconds. Reduce damage from 15 to 8 per hit. Okay, so instead of it doing like a flat amount, I didn't even realize it did a flat amount. Now it does. Wait, reduce damage. Oh, okay, no, it didn't. Okay. It did 15 per hit, but they reduced the damage, but they made it so the healing reduction applies per slash whenever you do the wind up. Okay, that's fair. 32%. I think that's the most in the entire game, right? Now 32% total if hit on an enemy for 3 seconds. That's pretty nice. That's huge. And if you combine that with his ultimate, that's going to be nice. That's going to be really nice. Reduce pellet fired per round from 12 to 11. Okay. Damage fall off now starts at 15. Was 20. Okay. At 30, damage drops 50%, was 40. Not gonna lie, I don't know what that means by a whole lot, but reducing pellets fired for a round, does that mean he does less damage, or is that is that better? Because there's less shots for you to miss by 1 bullet. Who knows, but the buff to his shotgun dash and his, like, dude, that anti-heal is fatty. That's nice. And I like how they did it per hit, which is really unique. So blades in, bro. And we get the blade skin in the battle pass. That's a W. Daredevil, okay. Let's see how bad they nerfed Daredevil. Let's see what they did. Reduce Devil's Chain high damage range. Damage 80 to 75. Okay, so just 5 less damage. Reduce throw projectile damage from 32.5 to 30. Okay, so they reduced it by 2.5. I mean, I guess this still factors in he's getting less ult charge, I guess. Reduce fury gain from Devil's Latch when grappling a surface from 2 to 1. I think this is probably the biggest nerf, because like the fury is his whole system, like spending the fury to use your abilities. And not only is it harder to use your abilities because you don't gain as much fury, like, I guess, in between combat, like while you're traversing, it also does less damage. So sure. I mean, they just nerfed the damage aspect. They didn't touch his health, which, like, I feel like that's fair. Like, he's supposed to be a tankier duelist, but I think this is a step in the right direction. Infinitely better, miles more better than the previous nerf where they just slightly nerfed his health. So this is solid overall. I don't know how much this will like really punish, or like not punish, but like be like as effective of a nerf. But this is overall, they targeted the things that are like strong about him. So Iron Fist gets the buff, increases 4th strike damage by 5. Whew, that's pretty good. Increases his defense duration by 0.2 seconds. Okay. His 4th strike, I don't know if I haven't played too much Iron Fist. I don't know if this could be applied when he's like in his like fast punching, because if it does, then that's like massive. If not, it's still solid, still 5 more damage, because you're going to be using that like often, obviously. And the defense is nice. I mean, 0.2 seconds, like, it doesn't seem that it's that much, but that's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. So it's going to be less, it's going to be easy. You're going to have more survivability. And I don't know if this increases your shield, because I know like when you're blocking, you're gaining shield while you're blocking the damage. So I don't know if this would increase your shields even more, or if it just like extends your maximum shield by that 0.2 seconds. But overall, I feel like that's pretty solid. like they didn't touch his ultimate, which is interesting. I know they like he's like a tank shredder now. So yeah, okay, go to Namor. More power in his base form. Okay, so reduced aquatic dominion time. I'm assuming that's his squids. Aquatic dominion time for a single charge, 12 seconds to 10. Increase default monster spawn health from 100 to 125. Oh shit, dude, his squids are tankier. Okay, and damage by 1. I mean, the damage by 1. Not gonna lie, that's not that much. The biggest thing about that is the health. 25 more health. So the squids are tankier, bro. Gotta watch out for that. Okay, 100 is such a well-rounded number too. It's gonna be. I mean, I know it doesn't show the exact number like when you're hitting it, but damn. Okay, increases enhanced Mastro spawn damage. So they buffed the team up damage. So like when you get a kill on someone with a team up, it does more damage by 1, I guess. I guess they're not showing the where's the team up number? Like where does it show like, oh, his team up was reduced? I don't see that unless it's this. Is this it? No, I don't think that is. Reduce aquatic dominion time. I don't know what this is, but I mean 2 seconds, that's a lot. Yeah, I guess it doesn't show it here. Anyways, let's go to strategist cloak and dagger. Reduce dagger storm healing from 55 to 45. Okay. That's a nerf, but new effect. When a spell field is created, allies in range get a one-time healing of 60. Oh, that's massive. So before it just did 55 flat, but now it does 45, but then you get an instant 60. That's massive. That's really nice. So you get that like instant health, and then you get the slow heal after that. That's a very fair, I mean, that's more than fair. That's really nice trade. And these two abilities now share charges capped out at 2. So his and her, so the Veil of Light Force and Terror Cape. So you get 2 of those, but they share a cooldown, taking 12 seconds to recharge. After using either, both abilities enter a 2-second cooldown. Okay. So you can do it twice now. So you can throw it twice, and then you just wait 12 seconds for each. And then that's compensated for having a stronger, like, blade, like the little healing circle, the healing semi-sphere. Okay, I feel like that's really nice. That's a huge buff for especially the healing circle, the healing domain part. The 2 abilities is interesting. We'll see how that kind of works in play. But yeah, that's always, I felt like it was more engaging, like aiming and using your actual Terror Cape. So they're making the character, I feel like it's harder because it is harder. Like you have to literally look at your person or look at your teammate, look at the enemy and aim it versus her like sphere thing. You don't really have to aim that. You just kind of toss it on the ground and it just auto heals. So increasing the skill expression of cloak and dagger, that's a buff I did not expect. So let's see Gambit. Ooh, okay. This is where we see Gambit get taken out back and shot. The King of Cards is take a hit with his healing and his ultimate. Oh man. Let's see this. Reduce big easy impact healing amount per explosion from 25 to 15. Total from 75 to 45. Whew. Reduce Raging Royal Flush healing from 75 to 55. Thank you, bro. Like they had, this healing was a lot because you got increased jump height, movement speed. Dude, that was such annoying ult. I'm still probably going to be permabanning Gambit, not gonna lie. We're going to see how strong this nerf is, but so far it's looking pretty, like, it's looking pretty bad for Gambit. Bridge boost bounces on a single Target are now set to a max of 2. What was the max before? Was there no max? Maximum like 4 or something? I usually would say like from this to that, but it just is now set a maximum of 2. I think this is probably the biggest one right here. It, like, if it had no limit, because I feel like if it did, it would say it here. But on a single target now set, wow. So it's going to take longer for him to get his ults since he's doing less healing. And there's a max to his healing boost now. And when he does use ultimate, the ultimate now heals like significantly less. Let's fucking go, baby. Reduce that power creep. We don't want to see the power creep. This nerf is like the Gambit nerf, the Daredevil nerf, and buffing all these other characters is a step in the right direction. I love to see it Marvel Rivals. Let's keep these nerfs and these buffs coming. Like, we're actually starting to make sense in these balance posts. Okay, Invis. Oh, man. Sue Storm gets a little less unbreakable. Diamond Unbreakable. Reduce Guardian shield value from 250 to 200. Reduce shield restoration rate 42 seconds to 34. Okay, reduce Guardian shield healing from Invis 50 to 25. This is so good because you would just press a single button and it auto heals for you. I know, like, they have to be standing like directly next to it, but as a healer, you should be. I feel like it's more fair and it's more engaging to heal from either from your main attack or an ability that you have to aim. Like Cloak and Dagger, you have to aim your like healing window. Invis, you just press a button and most of your healing comes from it. You know what I'm saying? Even like Gambit, like this bridge boost, like you don't have to aim this. It auto aims for you, his like little healing card thing. So I'm glad they're not only nerfing the shield value of it, but the actual healing of it, as well as the healing to herself, bro, by half. So she's not going to be uncounterable, undivable. So you're actually able to kill Invis, bro, because she does a lot of damage. She does. No one talks about this. Like, Invis does a shit ton of damage, bro. Like, I've seen flanking Invis, and it's brutal seeing the gameplay. So I'm glad that you can actually punish Invis players from being out of line, because they also have a double jump. Oh, I can double jump and I get the shield. Yeah, so Invis definitely deserve this. Gambit definitely absolutely deserve this. And before you say like, the character is shit now, try playing Adam Warlock. Try playing, like, there's other strategists. Like, come on, man. Like, there's like, try playing Ultron. Like, you have characters, or try playing like Mantis in a 2-2-2 comp. Any of the characters I mentioned, try playing them in a 2-2-2 comp. You're gonna get flamed. Like, it's about damn time we tone down the power creep of this game before it gets out of control. And a rocket nerf at the very last, the very last thing. I'm so sad we didn't get any Adam Warlock buffs, bro. I'm so sad we didn't get any Warlock buffs. No, like, nothing to Mantis. I know Mantis is like strong and high elo, but you know, like, it's like you still get flamed playing Mantis in 2-2-2 comp, which like it can work, but Warlock is the biggest thing, bro. I'm so sad. Like, if that would have been such a cherry on the top if Warlock got a buff. I'm really disappointed we didn't see it. He better get one next patch, because he's like just unplayable, damn near unplayable. All right, Rocket Raccoon. Rocket's on a bit of a slowdown. Okay, so removes. Thank you. This is nice. This is a valid nerf, because he was so. If you're playing again, like, they're making these nerfs for Dive basically, because Dive was unplayable for an entire season or half a season, right? And it is so annoying if you're playing a Dive character when Rocket Raccoon uses this. Like, I understand he's supposed to be fast, but he's fast and he can use his jetpack boost, so he's like unkillable basically, almost. Like, it's like Like that's the reason why they nerfed it's Jeff the Land Sharks. Like when he dives into the ground and you just see his like shark fin. And I know they're both like, oh, but he heals with that. Well, Rocket can also heal. He can like pop a little healing orb and then continue to climb, and he gets a rocket boost. Like this is nice. So, and I feel like this isn't even by that much, which I'm not saying like they need to do more, but 10 to 8, thank you. Like this is something that no I've seen no one talk about Rocket, about him like countering dive because he's just such a little rascal whenever he climbs these walls. But yeah, I think overall all these changes are solid. Overall, like especially all the buffs. I feel like all the buffs were good. They definitely could have buffed certain characters more, like Black Widow or Adam Warlock, which are not present in this list. But I think the Gambit Invis nerfs especially were so needed for the game. Like absolutely needed. Daredevil needed. Hela escaping the nerfs, so interesting. I don't know how Hela escaped the nerfs, or Phoenix, not gonna lie. I guess Hela's just gonna be the permaban character. You just ban Hela. We have some characters we can actually save our bans now. Now that Gambit and Invis is nerfed and Daredevil. So that's the our late Christmas present from Guang Guang. All right, let's check up team up abilities. Oh, here it is. Deep Breath. Hella Namor. So no more tidal waves of pain, bro. Pain and suffering. Namor team up gets nerfed with an exclamation point. Nerf that shit. Increase tidal cooldown from 30 seconds. Dude, just remove it. Just remove the team up. Like, why do we have this, dude? Just get rid of it. Reduce the damage, so you make the cooldown by an extra 10 seconds, you reduce the damage, and you reduce the damage of the... Pack it up, bro. Pack it up. Honestly, I'm glad they nerfed it, but I'm not gonna lie, they should have just removed it, but I don't mind. I don't mind this nerf. Actually, I love this nerf. So, Vibrant Vitality, Mantis Groot Loki. Oh. Less overwhelming. Damn, it was a 25% damage boost? I did not know that. You see no one. I guess this is specifically probably for pro play. Not gonna lie. This like nerf right here is probably for pro play, because you never see anyone play Mantis, let alone Mantis Loki. So that's valid. Adjusted to remove, so yep, they removed Human Torch, team up, removed Penny Parker loses the team up with Rocket. Thank the gods, hallelujah, get that shit out of here. That shit was so broken, so OP. Good riddance. I don't want to see it. I'm gonna say the same thing when the Hela and Namor team up gets removed. Like, there's some maps where you just cannot counterplay it because it just covers too much landmass. Like, that team up was, it's just so unfun, man. It's so unfun, so I'm glad they removed that. So new, we get the Deadpool Jeff team up. Huge. Okay, so we get to see 50% health when he's a tank, damage boost, healing when he's a duelist and a strategist. Cool. And the Spider-Man team up, that's going to be massive for Spider-Man. This is actually huge for Spider-Man. Spider-Man unlocks, yep. And okay, so Penny gets increased health. Interesting. So that's good for Penny. I'm glad Penny gets more health now that she doesn't have the team up. I mean, like, her previous buff like made her very solid. I feel like she's still gonna be a very good pick, but just not as unfun to fight against because that team up. So that's all the balance posts, dude. I think this balance post single-handedly saved the game. Not gonna lie, like, genuinely, this balance post saved the game for so many people. Like, literally last night I had a ranked match. This guy in my ranked match said if they don't nerf certain characters or buff certain characters, he's just gonna straight up quit the game. Like, if they don't nerf like Daredevil, or if they don't nerf Gambit Invis, that's what he said, that he would just straight up just never uninstall the game. And for so many people, it's like that. So I'm so Freaking happy, bro. I'm so fucking happy that they actually locked in on this balance post. Straight W's. Rest in peace, Adam Warlock. I swear to God, we better see Adam Warlock buffs or just anything for Adam Warlock next. Maybe, I mean, we have this half season, so hopefully that they're saving it for the half season. Because I mean, like we do have a new strategist with Deadpool, so. But that's pretty much it. That's a W. So they did a great job. They did a great job with this.